Suppose you found a video you like and you want to learn to play it, but there isn't sheet music available. Suppose that music is part of a video. How would you go about extracting the information you need to find the notes? In this video, I will demonstrate how to extract a single audio track from a video or music file using entirely free and mostly open source software. The first thing we have to do is extract the full audio of the video. To do that, we're using 4K Video Downloader. Simply copy the link of the video you're using and paste it into the downloader. In the window that opens, select Extract Audio, the desired file format, and the desired file quality. Choose the location you would like to use to save the file and click Extract. When the extraction is complete, we're ready for the next step. So here I have the extracted audio file. The first thing I'm going to do is open it in Audacity. To find the portion of the song I want to use, I'm going to zoom in on the waveform. Now, I only want the first 10 seconds for the purposes of this demonstration, so I'm going to click on the track at right around 10 seconds, zoom back out, and then click at the end of the track. Now, I can delete everything I don't want and zoom back in on what I do want. So now I'm going to go to the File menu, Export, and then export the file as a WAV file. I'm going to save it. And now we are ready to leave Audacity and start separating the individual tracks. Here I have the WAV file I saved from Audacity. To separate the individual audio tracks, I'm going to use a program called Splitter. Splitter is a source separation library developed by the Deezer music streaming service. It comes with pre-trained models, is written in Python, and uses TensorFlow version 1. It also uses the FFmpeg audio codec, which allows it to handle a wide range of audio file types. Though it's normally run from the command prompt, there is a graphical interface, which is what I'm using here. The first thing I need to do is select the number of parts I want to separate. I want to separate the audio as much as possible, so I've selected 5. I'm going to select the location to which I want to save the parts, and then I'm going to drag the audio into Splitter. The program will automatically start analyzing and separating, notifying me when it's done. And there we go. So now I've reopened Audacity and I've imported both the original audio and the tracks that Splitter pulled out of it. So let's start by listening to just the original. Okay. Now, since there was no bass in the audio file, we didn't get a bass track, but we did get drums, vocals, piano, which is what we're going to be working with, and other, which is usually where Splitter puts artifacts that it doesn't really know what to do with. So it's just odd sounds here and there. We're not going to use that at all. For this demonstration, we're also not using the vocals or the drums, and we can close the original track. Let's listen to the piano one more time. You can hear it's not perfect. There's still some artifacts left over from the vocal track, but that's clean enough for us to work with right now. So what I'm going to do next is open up TuneScope and show you how you can use the audio track we created here to listen to the notes, figure them out, and load them into the player on TuneScope. Now that I have TuneScope open, I can start listening to the piano track and figuring out what the actual notes are. So I'm going to start just by playing the first few notes. All right, that's pretty good right there. Well, let's go back over to TuneScope. We'll just start with a C. Now that sounds too low, so let's delete it and go up an octave. That sounds pretty good. Let's try one more. So now I want to try and find that first note again. Yeah, that octave is definitely too high. So let's down to 5 again. Listen to that a couple times. It's not a C. It's not right either. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. That's the note we have there. That second note is going to be a little higher. So let's go up another octave and try a C. Then it sounds like it comes down a little bit more. So let's just try 2 notes and see what happens. So C, B, A, let's try an A, which is going to be key 0. Now let's play all of this and see what it sounds like. Those notes all sound good, but the length of each note is a little off. So let's try removing these. We still want an E5, but let's drop it down to an 8th note. And the next note was a little longer. So there we go. Let's put it back up to a quarter. And that was a C6. And then it actually sounds like there's a little bit of a rest here. So let's put in a rest. And then we have a few more notes. Let's listen to that again. All right. So we have 3 notes. Our 4th note was an A, and then it walks down from there. And the notes get a little shorter. So let's go to a 16th and try just one whole note down, which is a G, and then another whole note down, which is going to be an F. That doesn't sound quite right. That's not right. So let's try moving that to a D instead. No. E. Let's go with an E. Whoops. there's an E. We're going to go back to an eighth, and then let's try the E. And let's try a G. So that's going to be 8. Let's hear what we have. All right, let's hear what we have. It's playing, but the tempo is really slow. So now, let's set the tempo. Tempo's at 60. Let's turn it up to about 90. Let's see what happens. Okay, there's a note that's off in there. So we can play around with it a little more to figure it out, but you get the idea on how this could work.